Okay, hello everybody and welcome back. If you have been here before, welcome in. If you have not been here before, today we're going to be talking about Michigan's weakest link, position-wise, on the whole entire team. And I've said it before, I think, in a previous video, but I just want to do a deep dive on this position, group, which is the secondary. The secondary is the Michigan's weakest link, but 80% of this secondary is really good, amazing, and 20% of their backups are really good and amazing. So we're talking about 10 players here now, the two deep for the secondary. Cornerback is set. CB1 is set with Will Johnson, but who is cornerback two? And I think the coaching staff realized this going into the season and practiced and worked out Amorian Walker at the cornerback position. I would love to see him be a receiver, but because of need, we needed to see what he can do. And, he struggled a little bit in the spring game, but that's only one instance of him playing. I'm sure he will get much better. A 6'4", 200-pound kid that can run like the wind. The rest of the secondary is awesome. Let's dive right into that. Rod Moore is the most underrated safety, in my opinion. Will Johnson, a 5-star, has integrated nicely. So let's just see. Will Johnson, I think, will be your quarterback number one. He had 27 tackles last year and 3 interceptions and 3 pass breakups. I think the aforementioned cornerback number 2 goes to Amorian Walker as of now. He switched from wide receiver, so no stats defensively. The nickel back is amazing. I can't believe he came back, but he did. He's a graduate senior, Mike Sainristil. 58 tackles last season. He was a wide receiver the year before, so hopefully Amorian Walker can learn from this guy. Mike Sainristil had 58 tackles, 2 sacks, 1 interception, and 7 pass breakups. One crucial one in the Ohio State game, if you remember. Florida State, free safety is Rod Moore, another underrated player, junior. 71 tackles last season, 4 interceptions, and 3 pass breakups. And then your starting strong safety will probably be Makari Page, a senior, 41 tackles, 1 sack, 1 interception, and 2 pass breakups. But R.J. Moulton is right there. So let's go ahead and do the backups, and let's start with that. R.J. Moulton can rival Makari Page, I think, 31 tackles, 1.5 sacks, and 1 interception last season. And backup free safety, let's just work our way back up now. Quentin Johnson is a graduate senior who hasn't had a lot of playing time, but he had 11 tackles last season. So, that's what I said, 20% of the backups. That's Makari Page right there. Hopefully these young guys, I believe in the unproven talent because of the development that Michigan has been able to do over the last few years with Ben Herbert getting these guys ready and then the coaching staff as well. The nickel backup probably is Cody Jones, a sophomore. He had 5 tackles last season. And Miles Pollard is your cornerback number 2, a sophomore with no stats yet again. So that second cornerback spot could be tricky, and that's why the secondary is the weakest link. Cornerback number 1, the backup is Jaden McBurrows. He is a junior. He had 2 tackles and 1 pass breakup last season. So there you go. It is lacking depth, which every other group on this Michigan team, offensively and defensively, has depth. This is the one that we need to work on. But like I've said before, over the last 2 seasons, Michigan, they have a defense that has been successful because they have only allowed OSU to get into the red zone. They have allowed them to get in the red zone. Bend but don't break. Keep everything in front of you. Rush the passer if you can. And then keep them out of the end zone at that point. Make them kick field goals or go for it on 4th down. It's harder to pass and stretch a defense in that short field situation. So I understand why people are worried Michigan's secondary versus Ohio State's elite NFL receiving core that is coming back. And yes, they have a reputation of developing a quarterback really quickly. By the time Michigan game rolls around, they have a season under their belt and they have practiced throwing the ball all around. But can they run the ball, though? Can they eat time of possession? This is one reason why they didn't beat Georgia. They had that big lead, right? But they couldn't milk the clock. They couldn't run the clock out and win that game. And they struggled the last 2 seasons versus Michigan as well doing that. And, Michigan does lose DJ Turner and Jamon Green and, some more experienced players. But I say we're at reload time, which is another video I did. I think Michigan is one of them programs. We're ready to go. Like I said, Ben Herbert, the coaching staff, will have these guys ready to go. Will Johnson is an amazing player, an All-American. Rod Moore, I think, is an All-American as well. You could put Mike Sainer still in that spot. We'll see. We'll see what this secondary can do. But I think with the likes of the linebacking core and the defensive line in front of this secondary, that is all going to be really strong, will help the secondary as well. Thank you, everybody. I'm not concerned about it as most people are, I think. It is the weakest link, but that's saying chocolate is the weakest link in ice cream flavors or any kind of sweet. Well, it's still pretty darn good. So there you have it. Remember to like the video, share, subscribe, and go blue, everybody. And have a great day.